lamp. Hello. Welcome to the cafe. I, as always, am your host, Dr. Lampwick. It's good to see you. Welcome. I am sad, but in like a... of course. To be expected. Welcome, Wolf. I'm sad because I don't get afternoon coffee today because I ate lunch way later because I had to go to the store. Hello, Jen. Welcome. Welcome, sir. Yeah, I really don't know how long this stream is going to be because I'm going to be doing something embarrassing, which is not being good at something on stream. Also, I have a hard time yapping as much when I don't have coffee to sip. Shepherd's pie. I love shepherd's pie. I can't eat beef right now, though. I have to be off it for a little bit. But I've done that before, so it's not that big a deal. Well, I ate a bit too much for lunch. Now I'm sleepy and kind of bloated at the same time. It's not cool. But anyway, I'd make myself sick if I tried to drink coffee. So no coffee for me. I had coffee this morning, though. It's not a big deal. But yeah, I'm going to be drawing. I'm going to be doing some art. Understandable. I didn't know about the difference between those two, so I would have just accepted it, assuming that it was made with beef. The jump. The timing. Keep hiccuping. I got a quite a full schedule this week since my job search hasn't been going super well. My wife has been encouraging me to do some more stuff with streaming and content creation, while I have the time. Not in spite of job searching, but, when I'm not job searching. Finally back on the mend, it seems. At least I hope so. I don't know. I thought that several weeks ago and then crashed again. So I have no idea. No idea what's going to happen. But I'm looking forward to all my streams this week, and Lord willing, I'll make it to all of them. Excited to play Power World now that... Golly, the yawns. Excited to play Power World now that the 1.0 is out, and super excited to play games with my wife on Friday. Finally got her to say yes to a stream. Yeah, well, I didn't think I was this sleepy until I sat down and started streaming. I mean, I didn't sleep fantastic last night, but it was better than Sunday night. Well, Saturday night. 2 Sundays, what I mean. Which was a terrible night of sleep. But last night was just I slept kind of light for part of the night and then had some heavy sleep. To balance it out, woke up kind of groggy, but once I was out of bed, I kind of shook it all off, I was doing a bunch of grunt work this morning on the Valheim server that my wife and I used to stream the game. Because I think the last stream that we did, which I think was last year at this point, we were doing a bunch of like house building stuff. So I was trying to get some of that done so that we can get to the more exciting stuff. Though, I mean, part of streaming a survival crafting game is the base building and stuff like that. So I'm not going to do all of that off screen, just some of the more tedious stuff. Does these card playing parties every month, and they were suspended for a few months because of how busy she was with VBS prep and how sick I had been, and so we finally got back to them. And along with those card parties, we now do like a book club, and this month's book for the next meeting is going to be The Hobbit, which obviously one of my favorite books ever. And so I've been reading it to my wife at night. She likes it when I read to her. We haven't made it all the way through the first chapter yet because we've been staying up kind of late playing games, but it's nice. Reading one of my favorite books to one of my favorite people. It's pretty cool. I got a bunch of 10 streams. Very nice. Thank you for coming to 10 consecutive streams. I do appreciate it, actually. It's always cool when I see that. I got a bunch of yard work to do, but I think today and tomorrow are supposed to be pretty rainy. Last night was very stormy. Welcome, Mr. Tetrad. It's good to see you. Welcome to the cafe. Always nice to see my returning customers. Are you going to be hanging out today or just checking in? Both are respected. Always love having you here. Understandable. Yeah, for some reason, and this actually really made me mad. Ran the dishwasher last night because it was very full. Woke up this morning and started to like put the dishes away, and a bunch of them were just covered in some junk. And I was like, what the heck is this? Like, they all needed to be washed again. And so I put all the breakfast dishes in there with some extra stuff from my wife baked cookies last night. So with some extra stuff from that, and I ran it again while I went to the store earlier, and there was still a bunch of junk all over the dishes. So I'm gonna have to hand wash them all. Like, I don't understand what happened. Very frustrating. I don't know where the junk even came from. Guess I should probably check the filter or something. Very annoying. Yeah, my parents don't have a dishwasher in their current house, so they wash everything by hand. But my mom says she prefers it. I like my dishwasher usually, but sometimes it does weird things like this, and you know. But then again, all of the appliances I own have done at least one weird thing in their current lifetimes, so it's just the nature of appliances if they're not maintained properly. Some of them have been, and some I've been somewhat neglectful of. Which makes me think I've got to drain the water heater soon. It's been over a year since I've done that. It's like a whole thing, though. With my wife encouraging me to do more content creation stuff, I'm really trying to like sit down and think of all the stuff that I've been wanting to do in terms of both like streaming and like more short form stuff. And when it comes down to it, I just got to do the hard thing of trying some stuff, and if it doesn't work, then it doesn't work. But it's always scary trying new things, especially in front of people, knowing that it's probably not going to be great, even if you can improve it over time. Hence today's stream, actually. Besides it being like a celebration. Hello, Elijah. Welcome. It's good to see you. How are you doing lately? I'm doing all right. Yeah. Nothing to complain about today. Well, a few things to complain about, but nothing huge. Nothing life-altering, just some small thingies. Easily dealt with. I'm playing around with the glove that I have for my writing tablet, which I'm technically just borrowing from a friend of mine, because he wasn't using it, and I started doing like art a while back. I really don't know how today's stream is gonna go, if I'm being honest. No idea. I learned the other day that I cannot reliably draw a cube. So, yeah, I don't know. Oddly enough, geometric shapes, not my forte. Well, I'm glad that my name is enough to bring you in. That speaks to some, well, okay, sure. Yes. Yeah, all shapes are in some way, shape, or form geometric. But I meant like straight lines rather than rounded ones. I think I work better in abstracts than hard shapes. That's what I'll say. Ah, yes. And I'm sure I'll go over this later too, but I'll go over it now as well for the people who are here now. I decided a while ago, inspired by some random trailers that came out around some of the game showcases earlier this year, that I wanted my mascot to be like a little miniature gelatinous cube, like the D&D monster. And basically the lore that I kind of came up with is he was a large gelatinous cube that I blew up because it was in the doorway of my cafe and, you know, trying to catch people coming in. And a little bit of it survived, so now I basically treat it like a Roomba, a magical Roomba. I don't know what to call it yet. I think we'll come up with that later if I can actually get it drawn. Yes. I do not know to what extent the drawing will happen. But I got all my references and stuff like that, so. I'm not going to name it Jigglypuff. I do not want to be sued. Speaking of being sued by Nintendo, there's been some insane like crashing out from hardcore like Pokemon fans over the fact that Pal World is doing well since its full release last week. It's actually a little sad, to be honest. Like, sure, I have my loyalties to games that I used to play as a child, but like, I can be objective about it. It's just kind of sad when you're so obsessed with something that you have to put down other things simply because you can't let your thing not be the best. Sports teams. Anyway. Yeah, how dare a game do well when it's fun and the developers actually care about the people playing it. What is what, Elijah? I'm confused. That is true. They want to be the very best. True enough. I didn't think about that. Like no one ever was, you know. What is Pal World? Oh, Pal World is a game that has some similar mechanics to Pokemon, but it's it's a creature catcher, but it's also a survival crafting game with guns in it, and it's very fun. I've played it since close to day one when it was released a little while ago. But it's got a lot of similarities to some of Pokemon's mechanics. Like I said, creature catcher, that kind of thing. And your creatures and you can fight together. So from the beginning when it came out, Pokemon fans were basically saying that it was ripping off Pokemon, and Nintendo had several lawsuits over it, which they lost. Yeah. They tried to basically get the whole game shut down at one point, but their arguments didn't stand up in court. Yeah. Yep. And it's by no means the first, Pokemon creature catcher kind of Pokemon lookalike game that's ever been made. There's been so many. But Pal World did extremely well. And so there's a subsection of people who are very mad about it. As well as I'm sure Nintendo's very mad about it. But they can stay mad. They should make good games. Somewhat. In terms of some of the... Yeah. Dark and Darker, that whole thing was kind of different. I don't know. Similar situation, but very different reasoning, I guess. Because Dark and Darker was a thing about asset, alleged asset theft, which was, disproven. But the whole Pal World thing was more about game mechanics. In terms of the lawsuits, at least. But, yeah. It's a whole thing. Some of my icons are too close together on my freaking desktop. I'm trying to make sure all my stuff is ready for the art. But I accidentally opened up my video editing software, which I really do not want to run right now because that's going to eat my freaking processing power. Oh, man. I was having such bad sinus stuff happening last night. Woke up this morning. My throat felt terrible. Felt fine after some water and some clearing it, but man, I sounded like a freaking goblin this morning. Asking my wife if she slept okay, and I'm just like... It do be like that sometimes. All right. Yeah, well, it had with the rain that came in, pretty suddenly, it was bound to happen. I'm always weirdly sensitive to stuff like that. Still a little bit of stuff, but nothing close to like it was this morning. I'm just glad it didn't persist. Would have been sounding like a chain smoker on stream. No, I do not get knee aches. I get head aches because of the pressure changes. Let's see here. Gel. Ignite. Interesting. Gel. Maybe. Maybe. It is a malleable high explosive invented by Alfred Nobel in 1875. It consists of nitrocellulose, gun cotton, dissolved in nitroglycerin and mixed with wood pulp and sodium nitrate. It is primarily used in mining, quarrying, and rock blasting. Well, interesting. Like I said, I'll keep that one in mind. Well, like I said, we'll see what I actually come up with in terms of the art for it. I don't know. I kind of want to see if I can like make something that I'm okay with using right off the bat. You know, or if it's something that I'm gonna have to like work on more off stream to actually get it to a place where I'm like, yeah, I'll put this up on my screen, you know. I'm not very confident, but I'm gonna do it. It's not as bad as last night, but man, my neck is so stiff. I was hunching over so much last night because I was gaming, and at one point I'd like muted my mic to go use the restroom, and I stretched my neck up. No lie, it sounded like a glow stick. It sounded like cracking a glow stick. Felt good though. I gotta stop hunching when I game. When I get really into building, especially in like a survival crafting game, I like lean forward to like quote unquote see better, so that I can like, you know, get really like detailed with my builds, and it doesn't actually help me see better. I can see just fine, but it's that instinct of like, you know, you're trying to like put together a small Lego piece or something, or you're doing something with like a lot of little details, and so you like hunch over to get closer to your canvas or whatever, you know. honestly, I don't see much reason not to go ahead and get to drawing. Like I said, today might be a bit of a short stream depending on how long the art takes, and I shouldn't drag things out before I get to it. So we're gonna go ahead and switch over to that then. Pull it up. There is my Krita. And okay. Got my drawing tablet, got my glove. We gonna go ahead and get into it. Where's my pen? There it is. Okay. I gotta sit up. Alright, so you can see different references I have. Obviously, I got my Jello cubes over here. That's the gelatinous cube, the monster from D&D. And that's a rat skull. That is, I'm gonna try and put in there. But I gotta draw it. That's just a reference. So those are all my references. And we're just gonna try and go. I think what we got here. Okay. Why is that not erasing? Make that bigger. Okay. So first thing we need to do is try and make a cube. I feel like, should I be doing this on a different layer? I don't know how any of this works. I need to look at the Jello up there to see, like, because I kind of want it canted more like that, but I also want it to be more cubed like this. So I'm trying to think. Perspective is going to be a little weird here. So, well, I'm going to select a different brush. I feel like I'm not sure what brush would be best to use for the lines. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna go on layer 1, and that'll be line art, I guess. Like I said, I don't know how this works. Where's the rename? Oh, I can just double click it. It's called the Stream Cafe boba date or something like that. I've been using it on a lot of my videos or my streams, because as long as you know, it's free to use and it doesn't get you dinged on YouTube or Twitch. At least so far it hasn't. Okay, so like I said, I want it perspective-wise to be something like this, but like flipped. So I got, hold on. Like that. Okay. Nope, I don't want the transform tool. Yeah. That's a little too thick. Hold on. Do I turn the opacity down? Listen, I don't do art. I don't know. So I need, for its face, I kind of need a line like midway. And then like up that way, kind of. it not on here? Nope, it's not that. That's not the correct perspective, is it? The bottom line definitely is not correct. It's okay that the lines aren't super straight, just because, obviously this is, this is, the surface of this thing is, gelatinous. Put this one on the wheel, and I don't know how to do that. Whoa, now. What is this one? Yeah, it's like I said, I'm technically borrowing it from my friend, but he wasn't using it, so. Okay, there we go. I put it on my favorites. I feel like there's a keyboard shortcut for that. I just don't know what it is. Okay. Ooh, I did that very poorly. Why does that not connect properly? Oop. That's why you don't use the undo button. Erase it instead. Okay, that's a little better, but this bit down here is not working. Hold on. I need to redo this whole line probably. That's fine, Wolf. Don't have to worry about it. This is this drawing tablet belongs to my friend. I'm technically borrowing it from him because he's not currently using it for anything, so. And obviously I'm trying to get into digital art and learn it, so he told me I could borrow it. I feel like that whole bit wasn't working. Does it kind of make sense what I'm going for here? Ooh, not that. Hold up a minute. I don't know if that think I made it too long for it to properly look like a cube. If anyone has any suggestions, feel free to voice them. Okay, I'm closer. I think that top corner there is a little weird. Is that better? What about that? Sorry, I've got a lot of brushes and I don't honestly know what a lot of them do, so I'm just kind of scrolling through. I'm fine with the menu, I haven't used a ton of these yet, so I just don't know what they do. I've only experimented with a few of them. Does the front face seem kind of flat now? You see what I mean? Do I need to adjust this line too? Erase that. Is that any better? Let's see. What are we thinking so far, guys? What are we looking at in terms of like the lines currently? Quite cubic. Okay. It's a start. Well, it should look a little jiggly. That's part of the point. In the end, I do want some motion to it, so I downloaded this GIF to see how Jello works. I don't know. I probably won't get to that today, but eventually I'd like to be able to like draw it in such a way that I can animate it, and it'll like actually like blue, 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 blue. But that might be down the road. I just have that as my one of my references. Okay, so I think the basic shape is actually looking pretty good. What's the, is there a shortcut for the transform tool? Okay, so the transform tool is Control T. Oh, that's the color balance. Okay, B is the brush tool. Good to know. Okay, so this is the part, okay, line art, right? I would say I have the line art a little bit, you know? I think I got the line art. But I don't know where to go from here. Like, I guess I need to work on the skull, because that's going to be kind of important. Why is there a copy of it? I need to work on the skull now. So that's going to be, I think, a different layer. And like I said, I don't really know what I'm doing here. So I don't know how to make this skull part look 3D. Tune the size down even more. Well, because the cube is the... Well, yeah, but the cube is not the skull. The skull is going inside the cube. But good idea to start with just a circle. Wait, no. I'm doing this wrong. Hold on. I want this layer. That's what I was doing. I do not have a bunch of shortcuts and stuff. For the drawing tablet setup yet, because I really have only used it a few times. But all right, let's see. Where do we start here? Where do we start here? I have no frame of reference for this. The sphere is just to get me started, right? But I don't know how to draw off of the sphere. I've only ever done like sketching, and I've never used like the circle tricks where you like start with a circle and then work off of that. I've never done that before. So I don't know what I'm doing with this one. Any thoughts? I'm really not sure how to make use of this. It might be better. It might be easier for me to try and like freehand it. I mean, you're probably giving me excellent advice. I just don't know how to make use of that advice properly, so that's on me. The problem here is that I'm trying to do this like perspective wise. And that's not really like, obviously not something I'm used to. Yeah. Okay, that is not looking correct. Let's see here. I wonder if it'd be easier to do a human skull. But I wanted a rat skull. I'm just gonna have to figure this out. This was always gonna be one of the hardest parts. Trying to see if the sphere will help. Yeah, I don't know. Well, the cube is not exactly like, it's a 2D rendering of a 3D object at the moment, and I don't know how to do better than that, so I'm gonna have to learn. Hold on, I'm gonna get a drink of water. Well, the circle is meant to be like a reference point to start with, but I've never learned art that way, so I don't actually know how to make use of it. Because usually you do like a little like some things here to like tell you like different things about perspective and how it's like supposed to be facing. But I never learned to do that, so I don't know how to. Try and get an outline first. Start with that. Just a basic outline. Maybe we can work off of that. In fact, I'm not even going to close it off right now. We'll just see if we can work off of this. Let's work on it. Thought that might help. Let's see here. Maybe I should try and do the top skull first. Without the bottom skull. Go from there with the bottom skull. See what I kind of mean? I know that doesn't look very good, but skull might have been a bit much for today. Could be worse, I guess. Got the nasal cavity and the teeth. Something like that. I got this. Teeth. Nasal cavity. Sort of. Eye is definitely a little canted because of perspective, or lack thereof, I suppose. Kinda, sorta. Oops. I don't know. The skull may have to wait. We're going to change gears here. Whoops. The cube is meant to be a cube, like this creature, a gelatinous cube. Yeah, it's supposed to be this. This is reference. Trying to see how I can make it even better. Kind of warp some of the lines a little bit to make it even more like liquidy, almost a little less solid. Almost more like a non-Newtonian fluid or something. What do you guys think of that? See what we've got going on there. I mean, I think I'm kind of approaching this kind of thing. Now, as for coloring, I don't know. I wasn't gonna just copy this, right? As I don't really know how coloring works. So, what are we thinking for colors? I think I'd like to keep something in kind of the blue or blue-ish range. Purple's a good choice. What shade of purple are we thinking? Oh. Okay. It's not a closed line, I guess. Oh, it's a closed line on that layer. Okay. How do I get my paint layers to, like, be better? Oh, painted the whole background. So there's that. But I don't want that to happen. Colorized mask is. Need darker purple. Not that. Oh, it's because I keep clicking. Not sure. It kind of looks like grape jelly in that case, you know? Plus, I'm not sure how to make the colors look better in terms of, like, less just like, you know, Windows Paint kind of colors. You know what I mean? I'm not really sure how to do that. I guess I'd do that with like shading and stuff. I don't know. Yeah, that emote does dance well to a lot of songs. I don't know how to make it so that I'm just drawing the, you know what I mean? I do not know how to do that. That's stuff that I've messed up in the past. I just feel like it's hard to beat the lighter blue, you know? Like this one. I could go with something a little more like this, maybe. Yeah, I kind of like this. What do we think? Cube. Oh, that's better. Okay. What do we think of that green? Welcome, Renai. Good to see you, brother. I'm doing Ort. Like I said I was going to do. What do we think of this? Is that weird? Little mint cube? It's not really mint green. Should I do a little bit more blue in it, or should I save that for maybe some shading? That is a spearmint color, isn't it? Now, here's where we get into it, right? I don't know how to take this and make it, like, look good. Do spots of different shades? Okay. What if I use the airbrush tool? Smaller and maybe take down the opacity a little bit. So what if I make it a little bluer, right? Gel effect and blend it in. Is that a brush or is that an effect? Because I have like blender blur, and different like water and oil color like styles. I got watercolor texture kind of stuff, and then I've got, hold on, blender blur. It doesn't seem to be doing anything. Make it look like gel. You can blend it in whatever tool is available. Okay. I wonder. No, that's not what I want. Emboss. So what if I do a light brush of some other color and then use the blender? Okay, so the light airbrush style. What do you guys think of that blue on the green? Is that a little too weird? Because then I can like kind of gel this. What do we think about that? Is that too blue? Should it be a little bit more green? It a little bit. There's barely any. Nothing really happened there. Something like that. How's that? Just kind of like a little bit of junk all over the place. What do you guys think of that? I should have some blending stuff. I don't know how well that's gonna work. Giving it dimension, yeah. Is that doing anything? Can't really tell. Maybe? What is it doing up here? Oh, it's blend. I think that's blending the black. You guys think that's doing anything? I feel like it is, but like I could also be just deceiving myself. You know what I mean? Interesting. So that's an entirely different texture. That's watercolor. Water paint, soft edges. Huh. Okay. I don't think that's doing anything, but I thought it was cool. No. So what if I did this and then did the blending tool? Whoops. You like how it spins? Yeah. It is pretty cool. Is that too much blue here? Because I can get rid of that. I just wanted to test out the watercolor brush and see if I could liquefy it a little bit. What are we thinking? You like it? Should I do more of the blue on the other faces? Like in smaller bits? Like what if I did like a couple of little what if I did like little spots darker on the edges? Okay. And then we'll do this blend. Kind of blend it all. Splotches of lighter colors. Okay. So you said darker on the edges. So I need... Just using the airbrush, I think. All right, thanks, Wolf. You've been extremely helpful so far. A little darker at the edges, kind of like that. And then I'll... What if I do... Okay. What if I then blended that? What would that look like? Thought I added the blending thing to mine. It is on my favorites. Marker dry. Yeah, I was gonna try and blend that to see. Thin it out as I go down the edge. Okay. Smudge length. Okay. What if I do doling instead of smearing? Okay. It went outside the lines, but... I could also take down the opacity. Is that what we're talking about? That's some interesting lore. Is that weird? I don't know. Okay. I could do more of that. All right. Good luck in your meeting, sir. That I might not even need to blend if I'm doing it like that. 'Cause that's not, the opacity's down. So I'm just like darkening the edges a little bit. Take your color tool and go down the sides like just one swipe. So like that? Is that what you're talking about? Because I have like a low opacity like airbrush tool right now that I'm using. Is this kind of what you were talking about? Like this? Maybe a little darker? I could just slightly raise the opacity. Maybe to 70, 69. Okay. Yeah, okay. I see. Then do the deep corners, got it. Like this. that. What's the color picker? Go even a little lighter, and we're gonna airbrush that. We doing it. His face is very blue, but that's okay. Little splotches of like lighter color as well. Up here and over here. How's that? We like that? We kosher? We good? Yeah, it is actually looking a lot more defined. So now I want to kind of do... I want to try and make it kind of shiny. You know what I mean? Like Jello. So I have this. That's like a glow ad. And if I make it smaller, I might be able to... I might be able to give it a little bit of shine. You know what I mean? What if I've also got all these metallic ones, but I don't think a metallic sheen is really going to be what I want. Because obviously this isn't metal. So what if we take down the size and take down the opacity a little? And we need to make it... See what I'm talking about there? A little bit of shading. Like it's, you know, gelatin. What do you guys think of that? Can I make it even like bluer actually? Where would you think it like the like light should go? Like where would light bounce off of it? One point of light inside the cube and do reflections over it, gives it a magical aura. Yeah, well, this is just like how light would bounce off of it as a gelatinous surface, but then yeah, I want to do something kind of more magical inside. Because originally my idea was to have the skull be in there, and it was magical, but I don't think that's gonna happen. So maybe I've got like this magical like sparkle dust kind of. See that? What if I make that like what if I make that like color? What if I made that like, that's not even doing the color. You see what I mean though? Splat Starfield. I don't know if that one does a specific color. I could also do this fire effect, kind of, but not that color. Like turn down the opacity super big. That's not quite doing what I want though. Turn down the opacity on that. And then I'm gonna do a little star spray. Like that. What do you guys think of that? What about that? I wanted the star spray to be like a special color, but I don't think it can. I do have these like little lightning effects. Is that too much? Could I do that instead of the sparkles? There were probably too many sparkles to begin with, but what if I lowered the opacity on the lightning and like that's not quite as like magical as the sparkly bits, maybe. I've also got like this. Okay, that is way too much. Something like that. Nah, that's not fitting. That's not vibing. Yes, please don't burn yourself. Nah, I'm not really vibing with that either. There we go. I don't know, this was a little better, but like, I think I like the sparkly. I just realized that I haven't saved it. We're gonna make a new folder. And it's going to be stream mascot. V1. Yeah, it might work in microdoses. Also, it was kind of cooler having like a I don't know, if it was a little more glowy, it might work better, but I'm not really vibing with it. If I could Okay, hold on. We might be cooking with this one. What if I turn down the opacity even more? And just did like some of these like bubbles. Does that look good? What do you guys think of that? You see what I mean? Like not a ton, just like some bubbles. What is that too busy? Is that too much? It does kind of work. I don't know. It looks maybe a little busy, but I kind of like it also. Okay, so you think the bubbles are good? Because I kind of did like, I don't know how to, I had kind of a bubble effect tool. I could make them smaller, but it'd be harder to see them. Bubbles are good. What if we still did a little like sparkles? Is that too much? Like just a little bit, just some cheeky little sparkles. Is that too much? Is he too effervescent now? Is my little companion cube too effervescent? What are we thinking? You think bubbles and sparkles, or you think the bubbles are too much? Too much? Okay. Bubbles are good, sparkles no. Okay. I wonder if blending the bubbles at all would help. I'm not sure, I just want to see what that is. I don't know. They're a little too, like, overt, but they're not bad either. Okay, that's way too much. Okay, yeah. No, that's completely taken them away. Are the reflection lines, are they too much? Or you think I should just keep them the way they were? Like the pretty stark, like. Blend them out a little bit. Okay, we're gonna smudge length. Kind of more like that. Softening it. Is that any better? Like that. I kind of blended them a little. Soften. I can pixelize them. Yeah, that's good. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna save that. I kind of want him to have like something kind of within him, you know what I mean? That like represents it being more than just like a Jello cube, you know what I mean? Like he's more than just a cube of intelligent Jello. He's got to have like a moat, something within him that makes him a helmet or shield. I could do a helmet. I mean, I may have kind of screwed up in terms of layers here. I'm not sure where I would draw that. Like what layer I would draw that on. To like have it be quote unquote like inside. Do a separate layer. Where would I put that separate layer? Because I could just change the skull layer to helmet. You know what I mean? Where would I put it? Like in this layer structure. Under the line art. It's like one layer down. That's gonna make it look like it's on top of the color. Which maybe I could just blend it in afterwards, similar to like this stuff in the reference image, but I'm not sure exactly how that's gonna work. If I put it back here, it's not gonna, yeah, I'm not gonna be able to see anything. Okay, I may have to just draw it with like lower opacity. What kind of helmet are we thinking? I'm gonna turn down the opacity and the size. And then maybe I'll draw it at just like a darker shade of all that, maybe. See what I'm kind of going with? The Dragonborn horns? Okay, hold on. Let me get a reference image for that. I'm gonna have to take a bathroom break in just a second, but I'm gonna find the reference image first. Skyrim Iron Helmet. Here it is. I'm gonna have to figure out how to do this with perspective. So that'll be fun. We're gonna actually get rid of this and this. Now this layer. Copy a reference. Oop, look at that. Okay, I'll fix this in just a second. I'm gonna go use the restroom real quick. Be right back. I have returned. I screwed everything up somehow. Okay. We back. Oh, everything's fixed. A redeem that's just screaming? Yeah, I can look. to see if I have any screaming stuff. Okay. This is incorrect. Remove that. Okay, this is the... Nope, stop that. Desist. Okay, so... let's see. I'm gonna have to do this in perspective somehow. There's probably some screaming ones on Tangia, so yeah, I'll check my library and see which ones I can add. This doesn't seem right. Let's see. How would this thing look from the side? Not really sure. So where would I put it? Like up here? Maybe it has like some dents in it, you know? I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing. Oh man, I'm sorry your car AC is out. That sucks. Let's see. We start with like the facial plate. Something like that. That's not how perspective works. Something like that. We're gonna run into the same issues as the skull. Also, welcome in, Decaf. Sorry, I didn't mean to not welcome you in properly. I'm sorry to hear that, man. Goodness gracious. I feel like that eye is still not doing what I want it to. Sure. Nope, that's not right. Yeah. What if I make that horn broken off? What if I did that? If it looks a little melted, I'm just gonna say it's, you know, it's been in the cube. You know, he's a bit acidic. Just trying to like shade some bits of it so it looks a bit more like a 3D object rather than, you know, what it is. You see what I mean? I don't know what the biochemistry of a gelatinous cube would be like. I feel like that looks a little better, right? What do you guys think? I don't know about that one. I don't know, I probably could have done like better line work on this, but like whatever. Well, at least that machine is fixed. That's a positive.
But you can't do this to me. You know how much I sacrifice?
All right. Yeah, that does feel fitting. Whoops. feel like that's doing anything. I want to try and give it kind of a metallic something. Hammer. Rust. Let's see if that does anything. Maybe like a real dark color here. Once again, really don't feel like that's doing anything. Okay, I see. That's too much. I don't know, I like the effect, but kind of too big. And if it's smaller, you can't really see any of it. I don't know, what do you guys think of that? It's supposed to be kind of like a rust spotting. Is that too much? Not really feeling it. What do you guys think? Really doesn't seem to fit. Yeah, it doesn't seem to work. Okay. That's fine. I could also potentially do some scratches. That might work a little better. Let's see. Acid holes. Okay. I'm not sure how I'd make those. I don't know, it just doesn't seem to fit, you know what I mean? Even low opacity is too much. Maybe that. What do you guys think of some of that? Like just some scarring on the metal. That works much better, you think? Darken it a bit. Like the scratches or the whole thing? Oh, okay. So what if I just did... I'm trying to think about how an acid hole would look. Like that. Something like that. Scribbly line with little holes around it. For what specifically? It automatically becomes the color of the cube, right? The acid damage. So just like stuff like that. I don't think I'm quite getting the idea. Acid holes would be wonky lines on a perfect circle. Okay. Trying to see if I have something that might give that impression. Yeah. I wish I had more, like, more idea. I wonder. Well, I know what, like, I know generally what it looks like, but recreating the effect is what my skills are limited in what I have access to. So there might be a tool here that would be perfect, but I just don't know what it is. What do you guys think of that? Kind of makes it seem like it's more like in the liquid a little bit. You know what I mean? Kind of see what I was going for? No, you're good. I'm trying to see if maybe I could blend it a little bit. Like kind of into the liquid almost. Like the shapes are just not as defined. You see what I mean? Does that look a little better? Like just slightly making the shapes a little more undefined so it's like it's in the cube, you know what I mean? Pick a corner, do a line across, and get rid of what's below the line. Yeah, I'm not sure I get that bit. From the side to the bottom, and that would be dissolved. Oh, I see what you mean. I see what you mean. So just like that or something, but then like maybe so like maybe like that, and then like grunge up the sides a little bit. Okay. Let's see here then. Grunged up, kind of like that. What do you think of that? Is that kind of chill? Like the metal's being eaten away. And then that kind of makes sense with the horn there. How's that look? And then what if... could like make it even liquidy, or see what I mean? Yeah, that's good. Okay. Make a little dent in it. Stop that. Okay. Yeah, I think I like that. Not save. It was just busy. Okay, it saved it now. Okay. Is that looking good? Are we liking that? What do we think about this? Too much? What if I did... Nope, stop that. He looks like a Terminator. We'll tune the opacity down. Okay. What do we think about that? How we feeling? We feeling like that's pretty chill? Maybe I make a version of it with like the eyes gone. Hold on. I'm gonna do the eyes on a different layer. So I'll make a version of it with the eyes on and then hide the layer so that I can have it maybe like kind of talk a little bit. Eventually, like I said, I'm gonna like, I may do like a liquefy thing on the sides to like liquefy it in and then have it like a key, like I gotta learn how to animate in Krita because you can animate in Krita, but I want to have it like keyframes of like, it looks like it's jiggling, you know? But I'll figure that out later. Right now, I'm just getting this first bit done. So we'll do eyes. And then... How's that? Do we like that? And then I can have it like boop, 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 boop. Kind of like my my fireworks, you know? Boop, 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 boop. I'm thinking it looks pretty good. Let's get rid of the helmet reference. Okay, now here's something. I do want it to have a transparent background, but I guess I would just have to save it as a PNG. I wonder if that'll work. Yeah, I think it's cool. What if I export it as a PNG? Ignore all this. What does he look like? I wish to see him. Okay, so I need to make an alpha mask on the background. Or I could just erase the... Yeah, I can just do this. I don't know how the alpha masks work yet, so I'll figure that out later. Transparent background. Boom. Yes. Let's see here. He is transparent. Look at him go. Or the background's transparent, I mean. Okay. I think for now, that's gonna do it for him. Oh, we need to come up with a name for him. I gotta sign my name somewhere. Steve. Let's see here. Oh, it's on the background. Whoops. That's not what I want. That's a little too visible. There we go. Boom. So now I have a version with eyes and a version that doesn't have the eyes. What shall be his name? I'm thinking it doesn't have to be like super fantasy or anything, but I don't want it to be like too ridiculous. This is my mascot, you know, it's part of my brand. I gotta think about this, you know? I'm gonna go back here. What shall his name be? What do we christen him? I didn't say I didn't want a fantasy name. I just said something not too ridiculous. Yes, I fully acknowledge that I'm a lamp. Hubert. Okay. We like Hubert. Not the orange blobby guy from that one game from the, what is it, early 90s? Is that older than that? Hubert's older than that, right? Well, yeah, right. Of course. Gotta be legally distinct from Hubert, the funky little dude. All right, it seems like everyone here likes Cubert, so he is Cubert. So I'm gonna officially dub him in the folders that I put his PNGs in Qbert, and I will rename his title Qbert. Okay. He disappeared because I changed the name of it. He's still here. Hubert's here, guys. Don't worry. See, Hubert's here. No need to worry. He's there. He's cleaning the floor. That's what he does. Yes, thank you, Decaf, for your service. I appreciate it. You've done your head mod duties for the day. Hubert needs a bed? Okay. Give me a sec. Okay. Hold on. I'll find him one.
It's all coming together.
Agreed. Boards are all over the place because my setup was different today. Heck. Those look a little funky. Is this all right, hold on. Is this a good bed for Qbert? Do we like this one? Well, Headmod says Qbert needs a bed, so you know. Do we like this bed for Qbert? I could also get a different one. Hold on, let me go back. Tab. I know the only like dog bed like PNG I found was this one. I don't think he's gonna fit in that one properly. You know what I mean? I don't know, the art styles on this website are always a little weird, but it's free use, so I can't really complain. A little garden plot for Qbert. There's really not much here. Okay, what would happen? Let's see here. Where is my... There it is. No. I mean, you're here for a good portion of it. What do we think? What do we think? Bed for Hubert. I may have to move my logo and put Hubert in the corner. Hubert. He is here. What do you guys think? New cafe staff member. Hubert. Oh. Hubert needs to get to work. Clean under the tables. There he is. Now he's doing his job. All right. Hubert has been born. Yeah, well, the money has to go somewhere, you know? I don't have to pay any real estate taxes or repair costs. Well, some repair costs. The cafe doesn't self-repair everything. Nor do I have to pay, because the cafe just kind of appears places and it kind of sets itself up. So, you know. Why not get Hubert a, delightful bed? You know what I mean? Yep. Yep. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Hubert is in front of me. Hubert can stay back there for now. Like I said, he needs to be working. All right, well, Hubert has been born. You were all a massive help. Wolf, thank you for all your art tips. I think Hubert looks phenomenal. In large part due to your input. and everyone else's input as well. Thank you so much. And since this stream is the official celebration of my affiliate status on Twitch, thank you all so much. Obviously, there are people here who also need to be thanked, but yeah, multitasking. Look at, I mean, that's just impressive. And I'm sure it will be delicious. I hope you guys enjoy that. Thank you all so much for all the support, for watching my streams, for chatting. I mean, it all comes together, and you guys are literally one of the best parts of doing this. You guys make it super fun. It's a heck of a lot better than just talking to myself like I was early on. Man, I'm just so grateful and praise God that I even get this opportunity. And I hope we can go even further. So, yeah, just thank you, and God bless all of you. And I think I'm gonna call it a stream, because I need to get some rest, honestly. Celebratory. Oh wow. A rock again. Anyway, I truly love you all. Once again, y'all are the best, and I couldn't have asked for a better beginning to my community than you guys. Seriously, I mean that. Yeah, all of us here at the cafe, me, Hubert, Moth, we're all, thank you, Decaf. we're all grateful, and we all love you. So I will be back tomorrow for my normal gaming streams, and Hubert will be here in the cafe where he is working now for no pay because he is a cube. But I got him a nice bed, and he gets all the food he wants. He just, eats it off the floor because that's just what he does. He loves it, trust me. Anyway, I believe that the dawn is coming, which means that I and my cafe and Hubert will be disappearing. However, we will return again when night covers the world and a little bit of light is needed. Until then, my friends, my dear little embers, and my lovely brothers and sisters in Christ, God bless you all. Have a great rest of your days. And I'm going to see about raiding someone. So give me just a second to get that set up. Whoop. Who do we raid? If anyone has any suggestions, feel free to voice them. Let's see who's live. There's a few people that are live. Samson is live. He's playing Power World. If you guys want to... Charles Q. Banks. Okay, let me look that up. Charles Q. Banks. Okay. Looks like he is live doing Bible reading and prayer, so we can raid to him. Okay, I'm gonna start the raid. I love you all. God bless, and I'll see you guys hopefully tomorrow. Bye.